What's up, guys? My name's Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender podcast. And in this episode, I am going to be reviewing the 2020 British Grand Prix from Silverstone. So, before the race, there were a couple notable celebrities there. One being Tom Cruise, one being former F1 and NASCAR driver Juan Pablo Montoya, and then another celebrity being David Tennant. So, getting to the race, starting on the front row was Sainz and Verstappen. And then, so at the drop of the green flag, or when the lights went out, like almost immediately, Gasly makes contact with Russell, who makes contact with Zhou Guanyu, who flips. And as that's happening, Vettel gets into the back of Albon, who then collects Ocon. And this is all before the first turn. And so the race instantly got red flagged because Zhou Guanyu ended up getting stuck in between the catch fence and the tire barrier. So that took a while for them to get him out. And so out of all of that, Russell, Zhou Guanyu, and Albon are all out of the race. Both Zhou Guanyu and Albon had to go to the infield care center. Albon later had to get transferred to a medical facility that was close by. So, haven't heard an update on him. Hope he's okay. And Zhou Guanyu had to get stretchered out of his car, but he is okay. So that's good news for him. Hopefully we hear something soon about Albon, but fingers crossed he is all right. Then on the restart, Sainz and Verstappen battle for the lead, and Sainz ends up prevailing. Then Perez and Leclerc get into each other. Both have a little bit of wing damage, and Perez pits. Then Verstappen takes the lead as Sainz makes a mistake and goes wide in one of the corners. Then Gasly and Tsunoda both go into a corner and they spin. But the race stays green. Verstappen pits and Sainz takes the lead again. And Yuki Tsunoda gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision with his teammate. Then Leclerc takes the lead as Sainz pits. And Bottas retires from a mechanical failure. And then everything starts to slow down at this point. But then Hamilton takes the lead as Leclerc pits. Then Gasly had a black and orange flag for damage on his vehicle. Gasly ends up retiring and is out of this race. He becomes the 5th car out of the race. Then Latifi got a black and white flag for track limits. And getting closer to the end, Leclerc leads as Hamilton pit. Then Ocon loses power, or no, he lost a fuel tube, so he couldn't fuel his car. So he ends up stopping on the track and brings out the first actual safety car of the race. So Ocon is out of the race. And then, so Leclerc was leading at this point, so Leclerc stayed out. Then Sainz, Hamilton, and Perez all pit, as well as like everyone else. I'm pretty sure pit. Then after the restart, Sainz takes the lead, and then an amazing battle between Perez, Hamilton, and Leclerc happened, where Leclerc was up front, Perez was behind, Hamilton was behind Perez. Then Hamilton went from 4th to 2nd, and then a couple quarters later, he went back to 4th, and they just kept battling from there. There was a couple more amazing battles, like right behind them was Alonso and Norris who were battling, and then closer to the end of the race was Verstappen and Magnussen, who was not Magnussen, Schumacher. They were battling for 7th at this point, and I wanted Schumacher to pass Verstappen. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but happy that Mick actually gets his first career points in F1. Happy for him. And Sainz ends up winning the race. So the top 10 were Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso, Norris, Verstappen, Schumacher, Vettel, and Magnussen. And the two Canadians finishing 11th and 12th, it was Stroll, then Latifi. But what a race. With the chaos at the start, the brilliant strategy in the middle, and then the chaos at the end. I'm going to have to rate this race like a 9 out of 10. It was amazing. So, I'm going to end this video here. Join me next week when I review the Australia Grand Prix. Or Austria Grand Prix, not Australia. We already did that one. So, please remember to like and subscribe. As well as go check out my other channels. My main one being Fan Rant Tan, and my other one being a D&D podcast where we play D&D. That is called Drunkards and Dumbasses. Both those links are in the description below. And we will see you next time. Peace.